Hey everyone, Shadow here. Well, patch 13.1 is live, and I was watching Brian Grant's live stream and I heard someone say that their Android device was loading faster since the patch. Of course that interested me. I want to see if Kabam is finally addressing this issue. So I've rerun my test. Once again, I use a single match, 3 fights. This time I was only interested and focused on the load times between the matches. But I left things running so that anybody who's interested could time the other load times. And at the bottom you'll see the total match timer. Now my last video seemed to be popular, which let me know just how much this issue is of interest to people. Some have said this test is useless because I'm using old devices. Well, let me explain why I think this test is relevant, and you of course are free to agree or disagree with me. Now, the purpose of this test was not to be extensive or exhaustive. It was to show the disparity between Android and iOS devices when running Marvel Contest of Champions. Now, quite a number of the player base is already aware that such a disparity exists. However, I haven't seen any testing on this. The only devices I have to test are my Galaxy S5 and my iPhone 5. I invite anyone to repeat this test with newer devices, but keep in mind that we are not looking at the raw numbers, but the difference between the devices. Let me give you an example. This is a totally fictitious example. Say an old Android device had a total load time of 50 seconds, and the iPhone had a total load time of 25 seconds. Okay, both are old machines. What that is telling us is that the Android is loading twice as slow as the iPhone around its own age. Now, say a brand new Android has a total load time of 10, and a brand new iPhone has a total load time of 5. Now, this is what we're talking about. Okay? Newer phones should perform faster, but in this totally fictitious example, the disparity is exactly the same. The iPhone is still loading twice as fast as the Android. Now, from the reports that I've heard, the newer Androids still lag quite a bit behind the equivalent iPhone in terms of load times. But please feel free to repeat this test and, if possible, post up a video. Hopefully this explains why I feel that this test is still relevant despite the age of the devices. Now, the results of this test are actually quite promising. Patch 13.1 actually supports my hypotheses, which was that it's not the device but their code. They stated that they made some optimizations. This test is using the same devices as before. The only thing that has changed is their code, and we see an improvement in load times. Let us hope that this trend continues. The Galaxy S5 shows the greater improvement in load times, but the iPhone still has a clear advantage. So this is a good step in the right direction. Now, this is a simple test, but it appears to mirror the experiences of players all across the device spectrum. Anyway, I hope this was of interest, and if you liked the video and found it interesting or helpful, please consider clicking like, and if you haven't subscribed already, please consider giving me a subscription or follow me on Twitter. And you guys have a blessed day. Tell me that something